Hey everybody, it's Julie from the Okanagan Real Estate Investment Group. I'm here with OREG sponsor Jennifer Schwitzer. She's with EXP Realty, also a real estate investor, a very experienced real estate investor. And that's really important when you're thinking about investing in real estate, to work with a real estate investor minded or experienced realtor. So Jen's going to talk to us a little bit about the new cooling off period that has come into effect in British Columbia. So Jennifer, go ahead, take it away.
So Julie, the government has been talking since the election that they are going to bring in a home buyer rescission period, or a cooling off period is the term we're kind of using in the industry. And basically it was brought about because we were getting all these people make unconditional offers, and the government wanted to put in some kind of rule that protects the buyer and gives them time to get an inspection or really do some due diligence. So now they're actually forcing this on buyers. They have to take this cooling off period. It cannot be waived in any way, shape, or form. And basically it gives them 3 days to cancel the contract for any reason whatsoever, even if they've gone in unconditional otherwise without financing clauses or inspection clauses. It's a 3-day window as business days, and it starts the day after the agreement is signed and accepted by the seller. Now, this comes with a bit of a penalty for the buyer if they do utilize the rescission or the cooling off cancellation of 0.25% of the agreed purchase price. So on $1 million property, that's a $2,500 fee they have to pay to the seller if they choose to rescind their offer within that 3-day period. There is actually holidays and business bank holidays, that kind of thing, are exempt from those 3 days, so they don't count during that period. And then there are a few exceptions as well. So if the residential property is on leased land, it does not have to have this cooling off period if it is sold by auction, or if it's a court-ordered sale like a foreclosure.
All right, that's awesome. So how do you see this affecting the investment real estate market?
You know, I think we're a little too late on this. I really don't think immediately it's really going to impact very much. It really would have been nice during the hot market when multiple offers were coming in and that kind of thing, because then it really does give the regular consumer and investors time to look things over. The thing it might have created is some, larger investors or corporations who were making offers, who have a bigger bank account, to throw in offers, kind of all over the place and then pick and choose, knowing that the cost was going to be relatively small compared to what their end benefit would be once they chose properties.
So this only applies to, this is whether it's got a conditions on it or not.
Correct. So if
Correct.
you have a 2-week financing condition, if you choose for any other reason to cancel that contract, because typically, and I know it's not really enforced all that much, but typically if you have a 2-week financing clause, that has to be the reason why you canceled, right? It can't be because you found a crack in the foundation, or it shouldn't be anyways. What this 3 days gives you is that very first window to say, oh, I found a crack in the foundation. Even though my only clause on there is financing, I have this 3-day window to still rescind my offer.
Right. And it doesn't start from when it becomes unconditional. It just starts the minute it's an accepted offer.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. So it mostly does protect those unconditional offer people. That's the biggest benefit.
Right. And so you can see how during the hot market, it really would have been beneficial to the buyer. But right now, to me, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I mean, that doesn't mean we're not going to have hot markets in the future, right? It's a cyclical thing, real estate. And, we might be on a downswing right now, but what goes down must come up.
Exactly. It does. I mean, and I personally believe the Okanagan is still a great place to be investing. Economy is still strong. So I mean, we could bounce back sooner than later.
Yeah,
And this may end up being a benefit for folks who maybe just need to take a beat, to take a breath, right?
yeah. And I think we're seeing a lot more investors actually come out and start looking again. You know, a lot of them kind of backed off when the market was hot and regular residential people were paying stupid prices for houses. So now we're starting to see investors poke around and say, you know, this one's priced at 600, let's make an offer at 520. You know, they're looking for the deals now, and they know that interest rates aren't the be all and end all. You know, interest rates are always going to go up and they're always going to go down. But if you do the numbers, it's either profitable or it's not. So the interest rate to me is really, it's just another factor in the math that you do to calculate if there's profit.
Yeah, exactly. So have you has it affected you as a realtor from a client perspective, as far as questions are concerned, or as far as people making offers are concerned?
You know, I don't really think the government has done very much advertising about it. So it really is, they don't know about it until I tell them, it seems. People are more asking about some of the other changes that have been made. But I think we're going to talk about that on January 19th at the ORIG meeting.
That's right. So thanks for reminding me of that. We have a meeting on January 19th at the Best Western Plus with Craig Dolder, who is a real estate investor as well as a mortgage broker. And he's going to be talking about real estate investment financing strategies for today's real estate investor. And Jen's going to talk a little bit more about some of the other changes that happened. So be sure to register for that event. The link is around here somewhere. And anything else you want to add before we hop off here, Jen?
No, just if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to answer your questions.
I'll have a link on how you can connect with Jen here as well. We'll just direct you to her sponsorship page that's on our website. And thanks a lot for being here, Jen. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Julie. Have a great day.
You too.